Hey! Hi, everybody.
And we're spreading it around right now. Cheryl's
Best.
sharing this with some groups.
If everything works right.
Of course it will.
Okay, if you say so. If you're there.
It's called Sunchild. To tell you how I feel tonight won't do no good, won't set things right. No, you just can't make it anymore. I tried to cage you with my love, now to free you, gentle dove. I keep myself from knocking at your door. Sunshine, I'm living in a darker way. Sunshine, your love is from another day. No matter what I try to do, I can't bring back the past. And your sunshine is slipping from me fast. You tell me that our love's grown old. I slip from sunshine into coldness. I just can't seem to put my cares away. Time goes by, all my life I'll spend alone. I won't take no wife. Then I hope to change your mind someday. Sunshine, I'm living in a darker way. Sunshine, your love is from another day. No matter what I try to do, I can't bring back the past. And your sunshine is slipping from me fast. Take it, Cheryl. Dawn sighs full, sun's shine softer in her sky. Bird sings and moon beams with the sunshine from her eyes. Sunshine, I'm living in a darker way. Sunshine, your love is from another day. No matter what I try to do, I can't bring back the past. And your sunshine is slipping from travel now into the night, the darkness of the afternight, away from all the good times that I knew. The candles burnt, the bottles done, alone I stand without the sun to go my way and sing that song for you. Sunshine, I'm living in a darker way. Sunshine, your love is from another game. No matter what I try to do, I can't bring back the past. And your sunshine is slipping from me fast. Your sunshine is slipping from me fast. Your sunshine is slipping from me fast.
Hi, Lynn Porter. Hi, John Walsh. Hi, Joe Giglio. She was a soft-hearted woman with a taste for the bottle. I scorned her and drove her away. Now she just sits there drinking and dreaming of her north country so far away. The first time I saw her by the banks of my river, she looked like an angel so pure. My heart sprouted wings as it struggled beside her. The oaths of young lovers we swore. By the banks of the river, through the green days of summer, through the orchards and vineyards we'd stray. But at night in the taverns, we drank till we stumbled our own separate ways. As the years pass, it all seems sublime, where the river of myth meets the river of time. Is it all lost as it goes down the line, like the grain in the whiskey, like the grapes in the wine? I thought she'd go north and to the land of her fathers, where the old white water rushes so cold. But for her there's one river, the river of whiskey, that ran through her trembling soul. She works in a tavern by the banks of my river. I once stopped, she still looked so fine. And the face of a foreign girl from some now distant century seemed lost in a river of time. Sometimes when I'm lonely, I walk by the river. That old northbound drifter rolls by, and my eyes glimpse a bottle that floats on the water. I remember that girl with a sigh. like the grain in the whiskey, like the grapes in the wine, like the grain in the whiskey, like the grapes in the wine. Grain in the whiskey. Well.
And guess who else is watching the double whammy, Grampy and Grammy?
Oh, wow.
That's you, Jimmy and Karen. 2 grandkids, both due at the end of the summer.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Well.
We have grandkitties. As in cats.
Yeah.
So who didn't I say hello to? Oh, Gary Turbush. Hi, Gary. Hi, Janice. Who else did I miss? Joe Giglio. I mentioned you, Joe, but I want to also say that all of you viewers would really love to go hear Joe Giglio play from his Facebook page on Sunday afternoons at 2 o'clock. Really great, fantastic guitar player with a guest, Cleo.
All the ferns inside the old bookstore. Emily, 1, 2, 3, dusts the books and sweeps across the oaken floor. There's nothing more. She grins at Mrs. Riley and she's out the door. Mrs. Riley finds the bank as oftentimes she's done before. Emily strains to see fingerprints on windows and the big brass door. Her special chore, although she cleans them every day, there's always more. Bankers laugh. Doesn't understand the sounds of hungry engines fill the city street. She sings the only song she's ever known. She sings her Jesus loves me as she drags her feet. She sings her Jesus loves me all alone. Longs to see all the smiling shopkeepers that once she knew. Emily wearily calls on all
if you're listening, drop us a note so we know you're there. And Craig, I didn't see you join us. Good to see you. Sorry we missed your show on Tuesday. Craig Ellis has a show Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock on streetjelly.com, so you can check him out there.
This is called Shadowbride. The lyrics were written by J.R.R. Tolkien, and the melody was written by an old friend of mine who I grew up with and who managed the Folklore Center in New York City, Mr. Pete Altman, also known as Stephen J. Altman. Shadowbride. There was a man who dwelt alone as days and nights went past. He sat as still as carved in stone, and yet no shadow cast. The White House perched upon his head beneath the winter's moon, wiped their beaks and thought him dead beneath the stars of June. There came a lady clad in gray, all in the twilight shining. One moment she would stand and stay, her hair with flowers entwining. He woke as had he sprung from stone, and broke the spell that bound him, clasped her fast, both flesh and bone, and wrapped her shadow round him. Nevermore she walks her ways, neath sun nor moon nor star. She dwells below where neither days nor any nights there are. But once a year when caverns yawn and hidden things awake, they dance together then till dawn, and a single shadow make. Shadowbride. J.R.R. Tolkien and Stephen J.Altman.
Well, that was beautifully played. Thank you. Very nice.
Yeah.
One.
So.
Yeah.
So
and-
we have a couple poems for you tonight, and I decided tonight I would do Shakespeare sonnets, and the reason why is because tomorrow is William Shakespeare's birthday. Now, a lot of you will be celebrating that. Shakespeare, by the way, is still the most popular screenplay writer in the world. There are more screenplays based on Shakespeare writings than any other author in history, so that's something to consider. Well, let's suppose you hate Shakespeare. There are some, I know, I taught for 25 years, believe me, I can tell you. You can find some solace in that tomorrow is also the day that William Shakespeare died. So we don't know for sure he was born on April 23rd. We think he was born on April 23rd because he was christened 3 days later, so they go back 3 days. However, the death date is established, so I guess you would refer to that as irony or something like that. So the reason I picked sonnets is because sonnets are fun, and sonnets are popular. The sonnet form in Italy it began in the 1st century AD, but the Italian sonnet is called the Petrarchan sonnet, after Petrarch, who wrote hundreds of sonnets. He wrote a ton of sonnets, I don't know how many exactly, but he wrote a lot of sonnets. And Italian sonnets were popular because it's really easy to rhyme in Italian. So Italian sonnets are made up of 8 lines and then 6 lines. And 8 lines all have to rhyme. So it's in Italian, that's easy. In English, it's difficult. The English sonnet also, which also apparently the first English sonnets were also written in the High Middle Ages. However, we associate them with Shakespeare because the Shakespeare sonnets are the most famous ones and probably the most lovely ones. And also the ones that were certainly authored by him because they were printed in his lifetime. So the 2 sonnets I chose are related. One is a sonnet to a beautiful woman, presumably a woman. With Shakespeare, it could be a man as well. Some of the sonnets are clearly to women, some of them are, it's ambiguous. And the second sonnet is to a woman who is not attractive. And the reason why that's really funny, because the same thing happened in Italy. There were so many sonnets written in Italy that people began to write sonnets about women with one eye or, one leg and stuff, and it sort of got out of hand and comical. So I'll read you the first one. The first one is a very popular sonnet. I'm sure you know it. You've heard it before. And the second one I think you'll find pretty funny. In both sonnets, what Shakespeare does is to compliment the loved one by saying comparisons are stupid. And that's kind of what he's saying. It's dumb. I'll compare you to a summer's day, but you're not like a summer's day. That's ridiculous. So this is sonnet 18. You all know it as Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance, or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. Nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe and eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
Well, that's a nice way to end.
Yeah, it is nice. It's certainly, I believe it's one of the ones that get read at weddings and so forth.
Did you read it at our 10-year wedding anniversary?
No, I probably read a Captain Beefheart lyric or
Yeah,
something.
Captain Beefheart was there. I love you, big dummy.
Okay. This is sonnet 130, and this brings to mind what is called the Petrarchan or Italian sonnet BDs, or sometimes called the poems to the ugly BDs, the ugly belladonnas. But anyway, so this is pretty funny. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, Black wires grow on her head. I have seen roses damasked red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet, by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she belied with false compare. Sonnet 130. You don't hear this one very often, I'll say that.
But it is funny.
It's Shakespeare at his humorous, most whimsical best. He loves her for her heart.
So I also wanted to say hi to Phil Miller.
Hi, Phil Miller.
Tuned in. And I want to tell all you other listeners too, go visit Phil Miller's Facebook page because he has a lot of great videos of songs that he's written and performed. And he has a special guest too, some kind of alien. It's his microphone, his special favorite microphone, but to me it looks like an alien hanging out on set with him.
Okay, that's the deal here.
I thought you tuned that baby already.
It was in tune when I bought it.
Oh, right. Stays in tune quite well, actually. Kurt was going to play his Gretsch tonight, but
For the Gretsch people who are here, I apologize.
But he decided to go with this one, and I changed my outfit just so it would match with the Gretsch because I had a red shirt on, but that would have gone up very well with the orange Gretsch. But oh well, maybe I'll wear that shirt next week. Already committed to this outfit.
So pretty soon we'll all be heading for the beach, huh?
Sounds good to me.
What do you think?
Yes, Craig, you getting your boat out,
Getting your boat out.
Getting your boat checked up?
We had ours out, and we got our boat out of the garage, and we got all the safety gear in it, and the cushions, everything all snapped in and ready to go. We went down
Packed a nice lunch.
Packed a nice lunch, and we looked at the webcam that showed the river off of Saugerties, and it looked really nice,
Right.
Yeah. And we went down there, and it was hell. It was absolutely
It was very
hell.
windy and choppy.
3-foot waves, white caps, and you could see boats going through waves, just trying to get back to the launch.
That was on Tuesday, wasn't it? It was Tuesday, yeah.
So we came home and had a picnic
and had
at
lunch
home.
here.
So, and it was fun. This is called On the Border. It's about being on the beach with your baby. Sinking in a daydream as the chords fall from a sweet guitar, dreaming songs that make me sigh. Sea breeze that surrounds me whispers softly, tells us where we are, makes me feel alright. On the border of the water, sky, and the ocean sand, we sit together side by side. Then in a while, the edges fade into white and tan. It feels so right. Bad dreaming is believing, drifting back as the music plays. Sun holds your senses, close your eyes. Arms reaching out, and the sound of the music spread, and the seabirds haunting cry. On the border of the water, sky, and the ocean sand, together, side by side. Then in a while, the edges fade into white and tan. It feels so right. Back from the water, the hair falls on down your skin, past your shoulders, summer brown. Arms reaching out pull me back where it all begins. I awaken, then I drown. Border of the water, sky, and the ocean sand, we sit together, side by side. Then in a while, the edges fade into white and tan. It feels so right. Sinking in a daydream as the chords fall from a sweet guitar, dreaming songs that made me sigh. A pencil and some paper, a table chair, and this old guitar still standing by. Yeah. Let's see. We've got a Julia song for you. Craig, we were talking about this the other day. You and I was telling you about my Julia songs, and Craig is married to a woman named Julie, so I think that's why that might have been of interest to him. And so we've got Julia when we first meet her, and that's obviously a song that's very let's see, informed by desire, shall I say, and then we have a Julia left, which is that's the really sad one. That's when the guy's sitting on the bar stool thinking she's gone. This is the happy one. So
Hey, Daniel Pagden is watching.
Hey Daniel, how are you? So the musicians in the crowd will notice this song has 3 time signatures in it. So you can, if you want, you can write them down and send them to me online, and I'll check your papers and get them back to you. This is the teacher in me, you know.
Hey, Albie, I hope you have your bass in your hands and you're playing along.
Yeah. Julia in running shoes, right?
Running
Here we
shoes,
go.
yes. probably will notice something about that song.
Okay, hey. So this next song is called "The Cuckoo and the Nightingale," and about 6 years ago, I bought this poem written in the Middle Ages by a guy named Clanvow called "The Cuckoo and the Nightingale," and it's one of those sort of almost like what you call a fablio, except that it's long. And a fablio is usually a tale involving animals, like the fox and the grapes and this sort of thing. So this is a bunch of birds sitting around and talking about the nature of love. It's actually very charming. And the poem is called "The Cuckoo and Nightingale," but I decided to address just the idea of platonic love and love, and the final conclusion of the song is love. It's all good. Are you ready?
All my senses
a deathless song I can sing. Is love just passion on the wing? Just a deathless song that I can sing. Just a deathless song I can sing. Just a deathless song that I can sing. Well, we'd like to thank you for coming on out to your device tonight and spending a little time with us. And tomorrow is Will Shakespeare's birthday, and I don't know if you'll remember the sonnets, but I hope you remember our performance and come back to see us next Thursday. I'm Kurt, this is Cheryl, and you're in the 9 Mile Swamp, and we're glad you're here. So, what do you think?
And I also wanted to mention something that's coming up. Wanda, she wanted to get her joined, just signed on here. But on this weekend, I'll have my second vaccination. So after that, we did pick up a nice duet at Saba Vineyards on Mother's Day, May 9th, from 2 to 6. So that's in Old Chatham. So if anybody wants to come see us for real, that's one place where you can find us. Mother's Day, May 9th at Saba Vineyard on, let's see, from 2 to 6.
2 to 6, yeah.
Yeah, and they're on Facebook too if you want to look them up, or you can look them up online.
Isn't Chatham the place where the expression to chat 'em up comes from?
Well, could be. It's a good place for you to go.
So we'll be in Chatham. We hope you chat 'em up.
Yeah, come chat them up.
We're going to finish up a little something to just to play on. We'll get a little harmonica, a little blues at a shuttle. This is an old song called Corrinna. Got a bird that whistles, baby. Baby got a bird. Mama got a bird that sings. And baby got a bird. Mama got a bird that sings. When I ain't got your love, Corrinna, sure don't mean the natural thing. Well, I learned how to love you, baby. Baby, before I call, mama, before I call your name. Baby, before I call, mama, before I call your name. When I ain't got your love, Corrinna, sure don't mean no natural thing. Got a harp solo, baby? hard luck, mama, on my hard luck soul. Oh, baby, baby, on my hard luck soul. I got a rainbow around my shoulder, shine like silver, baby, look just like night gold. I'm talking about. Baby got a bird, mama got a bird that sings. I got a cockatiel, a parrot, a whole damn bunch of these things.
And a snake.
And a snake. And a dog, but when I ain't got your love, Corrinna, sure don't mean a natural thing. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. We hope to see you next Thursday. We're Kurt and Cheryl. This is the 9 Mile Swamp, and you are our honored guests. We love seeing you here.
We certainly do. Thank you for dropping us a line, and we're going to sign off. We are so grateful that you could make it. And here I come with the sign. And look at that. It's lined up pretty well. Let's see. Thanks again for coming out. Stay safe. Get vaccinated. Play with your dogs, if you have any. Cats, birds, fish, hamsters, gerbils, snakes, geckos.